Now let's go back to our mockups, and we need to make a few changes to the fields. The one thing that I have noticed is that the article title is much bigger than the rest of the text. So that could mean that the article should be some type of heading. I'm guessing an H3. And we have to add in this by in front of the username so that the string says by space and then the actual username. And lastly, we need to change this read more so that the read more link is in the same paragraph as the body field. So we still have to tweak a few more things. Let's start off by tweaking the title. So let's go back into our view and click on title and click on style settings. And from here, you can customize the styling of the field as well as the label. But for now, just click on customize field HTML. And then from the HTML element dropdown, you can select which element the field should use. So by default, I think it's just a div. But if we select H3 and then click on apply, and then if we inspect, let's inspect it directly from here, we can see that the title is now an H3. And then if we go back to title and then style settings, you can even add in custom classes if you want. You can even go ahead and customize the label as well if you like. So you have a lot of options when it comes to customizing the generated markup. So let's just click on apply and click on save. And let's look at our mockups now. So now we need to add in the word by and then a space in front of username. Luckily, we can do this directly through the Views UI without writing any custom code or overriding templates. So let's jump back into Views and then click on Authored By. And this time click on Rewrite Results. And then check Override the output of this field with custom text. So from here, we can actually override the field with custom text as the checkbox suggests. If we were to put in some random bit of text, click on apply, and then we scroll down, you can see that we cannot see the author now, we just see the text that we put in the text area. So let's go back in. But this is still pretty useless to us. So if we were to type in by and then put a space in there, we have the word by, but we need to now put in the actual username. Luckily for us, what Views allows us to do, so let's go back in. Now Views gives us these tokens. Now these are the actual fields that we have added to the field section, but they are exposed as just tokens. So what we can do is let's just copy the UID, which is the authored by, and let's just place it in there. But we can even add the title in there. So if you want to add the title, just grab this token. And then if I was to say, put in title colon, and then paste in this title token, it'll display the title there. So let's go back in. And then let's just remove title because we don't need it. But all you need to do is make sure that you add in by and then put in a space and then copy this token into the above text area, and that's it. And then click on apply and we are done. Now, the last thing we need to do is we need to change this body field so that the read more is in the same paragraph as the truncated version of the body field. So let's go back up the top and click on body and then click on rewrite results again, and then check trim this field to a maximum number of characters. And then here, let's enter in 150 as a maximum number of characters. Let's scroll up and change the formatter back to default. And let's go back to rewrite results. And let's click on apply and just have a look and see what it looks like. And then you can see that the body field has been trimmed, which is great. But now we need to add the read more link in there. How do we do that? Well, if we go back up, click on body, click on rewrite results, you'll see this other option, add a read more link if output is trimmed. So let's put in the label, which is read more, but we need to now add a path for our read more link. So for now, let's just click on apply And let's just scroll down to our preview and see if the read more link is there, which it is. And let's just inspect it and make sure that it's in the same paragraph. And here you can see that there is a p tag and it is in the same paragraph. But the link is pointing to the homepage, which isn't that useful. It needs to point to the actual article. Now, to work around this, what we can do, let's go back up to body. We can utilize one of these replacement patterns or tokens. But you'll notice that we cannot see the link to content field here. Why is that? Well, if you read this bit of text, but most importantly, if you read this part, note that due to rendering order, you can't use fields that come after this field. If you need a field not listed here, rearrange your fields. Now, this is very important. The reason why we can't see this field is because it is below body. So all we need to do is rearrange the field above body. So let's just go ahead and do that. And then if we click on body and then click on rewrite results, and let's just have a look at the available patterns, you'll see that we now have access to the link to content field. So all we need to do, of course, is just grab this and then add this to the more link path and then click on apply. And let's just have a look and see what this link looks like. If we inspect it, you can see that it doesn't look quite correct. So if I was to click on save and then hit refresh and click on this read more, it just takes us to, yeah, no, that's not correct. Now, the reason why it's doing that is because it is trying to use this markup and then adding that to the href, which isn't correct. We just want this /node/1 or /node/node ID. So let's go back to our view and then click on link to content and then simply check output the URL as text and then click on apply. And then if we look at our preview, you will see that now the field simply returns /node/1. And then in the next article, it's /node/2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. And then if we save the view and then refresh and then click on read more, that also doesn't work. Now, what is happening? What is happening here? Let's just go to another one. Again, it is not working. And here up the top, you can see that it is adding in this % and then 20. Let's go back in. And I think I know what the problem is. Let's go back to body, rewrite results. And you can see, well, you can't probably see, but there is a space after it. Make sure you remove all spaces. Okay, that's very important. Now, if we click on apply and then click on save, and let's go back to the home page and click on read more, it'll take us to the correct article. Let's just click on this using JavaScript 1. It takes us to the using JavaScript 1. Perfect. So it's important that you do not add any spaces before or after the token, especially when you are using this token in this more link path. Okay, let's just cancel that and let's now have a look at our designs. So everything's coming along nicely, but what we need to do, let's go have a look at our preview. What we need to do is we need to get rid of this. So how do we get rid of this? Well, we still need the field in there because we are using it in the body field as a token, but we do not want it displayed. So let's scroll back up and click on link to content and simply check exclude from display. Now, this will simply hide the field from the display, but you can still use it as a token. And then if we click on apply, you'll see that it's no longer there. All right, so let's just click on save. And let's go back to the home page and make sure everything is coming along nicely, which it is. Okay,